another one.
This one says, I made a stupid joke in an interview, likely blew my chances.
Stupid.
All right. It says, it's not easy for me to find a job I like the sound of and am qualified for at the same time. This one sounded like perfection. Sound like perfection. And I matched all of their requirements. I got invited to an interview with them, so I was ecstatic. I was nervous, but thought I was doing well with the standard job interview questions. They looked satisfied. But later, I got a bit relaxed and stupid threw in a bad joke. The topic was the dress code, and they said they didn't have any, and you can dress how you like. So, fooled by the more relaxed atmosphere, I said, oh, nice. So, pajamas are allowed? To my horror, they didn't laugh, and I saw embarrassment on their faces. I wanted to slap myself for saying that. I would never wear anything stupid to work. The interview stress clouded my thinking, and I feel horrible now. It was awkward towards the rest of the interview. Goodbye, dream position. But wait, there's more. An update says, I did not get the job. Now waiting to see if I can receive feedback, but I am devastated. So, although your joke did kind of suck, right? Hey, good guy. What's up, good guy? So happy to see you here. And aren't you happy that the live stream didn't cut off? Well, let me knock on computer, because all of a sudden you're gonna see like everything drops and it's a hell. But so happy to see you, good guy. Thanks for dropping by. Love good guy. He is such a good guy, must say. Okay. Anyways, what I was saying was, yeah, like it was a terrible joke, stupid question. But to be honest with you, I don't think that's necessarily why you probably didn't get the job. Like it's I mean, I don't know who, like, it's a terrible joke, but it's not like job breaking, you know? I don't know. Unless somebody actually wore pajamas to work and they had a bad experience with it, and then now you triggered it and they're like, "Oh, yeah, we're not doing pajamas again," you know? But here's the funny thing, right? I've been at companies in the past, and they'll be like, it's usually around Halloween week, and they're like, wear your pajamas to work, right? With the way that people are dressing nowadays, that might not be the best thing to do, because they might actually wear their pajamas to work. But it's supposed to be like a nice pajama like thing, But either way, right? Let's get a little serious here, right? You should always, 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 always be ready and be on point, right? Never let your guard down. I think that's part of the problem, is that we let our guard down, right? We get comfortable with people that we don't know, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, it's probably not a good idea, but but yeah, you never let your guard down. So I was talking to one of the members of the Patreon, right? Talking to her on the Discord, and I was telling her, like, there was one interview that I had. It was a really good opportunity, but I wasn't properly prepared for it. And she asked me, like, so do you mind like sharing what went wrong? I'm like, yeah, of course, no problem, right? So what I was sharing was that when one of the problems that we have is when we haven't like let's say you're working, right, and either you get laid off or you're trying to get to a new place, whatever the case may be, right, and you don't properly like it's your first interview, so you haven't interviewed in a while, maybe it's been a few years, so you know how to do the work, right? But when you go into that interview, you're not in the mindset to answer questions about like to somebody who doesn't know you because you've been working with people who know you so much that like they're not asking you like these interview type questions. You just know how to go, you know how to roll with it. So what happened with me was I get asked like this basic question, like, tell me about the XML schema. I'm like, XML schema? Like, what are you talking about? Right. So like, I'm trying to think through it and I answered the question, but it wasn't like very confident and everything like that. So, and I think that was like the part that, I think that was the part that kind of messed up that interview. Right. Um, so it's like always being prepared. Right. I didn't do any interview prep. Like I wish for that position that I had some what I'm gonna call throwaway interviews, right? Prior, so I can get into the mindset of interviewing and stuff like that. But like that one came through like a fast track recommendation, and I messed it up, right? Um, and and that's the part of like not being properly prepared. You know, when like in my past 15 years that I've been interviewing people as well, um, Y- you ever let's put it like this, right? You ever like be with a new group of people and someone who thinks they're funny, they're saying like all these like jokes to strangers that and it's like it's really not that funny and it's like mm, you know you're just not that stand-up comedian guy, right? But that's the thing, right? Know your audience. You don't know these people. You don't know what's going to trigger them one way or the other, right? So play the game to win. Don't to me, I don't joke with people that I don't know or that I'm not close to, right? I'm going to I'm going to be professional and if I might say something that is slightly humorous, but it might be like and how I'm like, "Oh, how would you do this? Oh, I'd go do it like this. This is how I'd be thinking about it." Whatever the case may be. But I'm not going to and to be honest with you, like, I'm not even gonna bring up dress code in an interview either, right? You know what? I think that what's important is to check out that video that I'm gonna release about what are the questions to ask in the picture, like, what is proper interview decorum, right? You know, a lot of times we sabotage ourselves because we do not adequately prepare for what we're going into. I think it kind of goes back into that first question about like the cybersecurity, which and it's not just cybersecurity because when data science was or data engineering was the hot topic, then people was like, oh, I want to be a data engineer. What is data engineering, right? It doesn't work that way. So I think that you always need to be prepared at all times. Be prepared for to respond, to react. If you're like you had adequate time to prepare for your dream job and you make a joke that's not worth making, I don't think that's really what would keep you from getting the job. It might be that plus other stuff in the interview that they saw. And the part about waiting for feedback, 99 times out of 100, you're not going to get any feedback. Like they tell you that you're rejected and they move on because guess what? Time is money, and giving that type of feedback is time that someone doesn't have because they're still looking to hire somebody, you know? Here's a little secret, right? If you don't get if they're not moving forward with you, then you're off the consideration list. They're like they don't have much to offer you at that time. It's a business, right? It's business. Treat it as that. Treat everything that you do as business, right? As Drake says, no friends in the industry. All right. So there we go.
enjoyed the fascinating information shared in this video and you want more, be sure to hit the subscribe button to Tech Coach Ralph to be notified for new videos.
Enigmatic joke.